Crossroads. Each Crossroads story is based on the actual experiences of American clergymen, pastor, priest, or rabbi, the men who give inspiration and guidance to people at the crossroads of life. These dramatic stories are presented with the cooperation of our Board of Advisors, Captain Maurice M. Witherspoon, Father George B. Ford, and Dr. William F. Rosenblum. And now for our story. China in 1949 was a land torn and bleeding, devastated by the long terror of foreign invasion and by the new and deadlier terror of civil war. But in the village of Tung An, in the province of Quang Si, where the Maryknoll Mission was located, there was still peace. Father Bob Green, a Maryknoll missioner, could still celebrate Mass within his little church and could still bring solace and joy to the members of his congregation. There were a great many Christians. He had their respect, their confidence, and their love. The most devout was Ah Hugh, Father Bob's cook and right arm in his ministry. In addition to being their priest, Father Bob was also their leader and doctor. And in the dispensary of the mission, he could still treat the ills of his people, who came endless miles to seek relief from suffering.
Your son's eyes are inflamed, Canmi, but don't worry. In a couple of days, he'll be all right. Oh, don't thank me. Thank God. Remember in your prayers. Well, Chang, take a look at that head, huh?
But I'm not worthy of being served tea by you, Father.
Nonsense.
Do you think the communists will come here to Tung An?
I think it is inevitable.
If they do come, have you any plans for leaving?
No, my only plan is to remain here.
They would hardly molest a man who has done so much for our people. Why, the whole of Tung An would rise in your favor.
If that should happen, I shall appoint you my chief counsel.
The Peace of Tung An came to an abrupt end on the night of December 5th, 1949.
You are Father Green?
Yes.
Where were you born?
Jasper, Indiana, the United States of America.
When did you come to China?
1937.
Do you have guns in your house or on these grounds?
No.
What is your attitude towards the officials of the Chinese People's Government?
Not knowing any officials of the People's Government, I cannot have an opinion.
Don't lie. You have spoken against the benevolent rule of the People's Government.
I may have spoken against the communist atheistic doctrine.
What is your salary as a priest?
We receive no salaries.
Another lie. We know the United States government pays you.
That is a lie.
You are the organizer and leader of this Legion of Mary here in Tung An.
I am.
This is a written statement that you did organize and are the leader of the Legion of Mary. If it is true, as you admit, sign the statement. You, a priest, afraid to acknowledge the truth?
I am not afraid of the truth. I am mortally afraid of how you may twist the truth.
Have you no faith that your God and your blessed Virgin will protect you even against us communists? This book, was found among your possessions.
Why not? It is mine.
It is the manual, the general orders governing your Legion of Mary.
It is the instruction book given to all new members.
Your Legion of Mary is a subversive army, guerrillas, spies, saboteurs, which you created to overthrow the people's government.
Ridiculous.
We always prove the truth of any statement we make. Who is your superior officer?
My superior in the church in China is Archbishop Roberi, the papal nuncio.
We have evidence that he is a big American spy.
Archbishop Roberi is from Monaco. He is not even an American.
American money buys anyone it wants to work for it.
You couldn't utter such a wicked falsehood.
Why are you not working for your own country? It needs educated women like you.
I am working for the good of all Chinese.
And you? Why are you not working for the people's government instead of serving as a running dog for this priest, helping to spread his imperialistic American propaganda?
The Catholic faith is not American. Its founder was born in Palestine. There are almost 3,000 Chinese priests.
There were almost 3,000 Chinese priests. You are to consider yourself under house arrest. You are not to leave your rooms without my permission.
But the dispensary, there's not another medical clinic within 50 miles.
You have poisoned enough Chinese with your drugs, and also with your words. Take them away!
Day and night, he was forced to hear the cries and screams of agony from prisoners charged with non-cooperation with the Reds. Countless execution squads paraded their abject victims past his window. The victims were men he knew, most of them Christian converts. He was denied any privacy. His constant companion, who ate with him, slept in the same room with him, was a half-imbecilic brute who was ironically called Mastermind by his fellow Red soldiers. Mastermind, and a ferocious police dog trained to kill.
I have prepared these statements for your signature. Sign them. And there will be no more execution. Your charges will be freed and you will be permitted to leave China.
Never. You have written here that I confess that the Legion of Mary is a subversive military force under my command, organized to overthrow the people's government. And that I admit that I am not a priest, but an American army officer and spy who has taken the disguise of a priest.
I should know what it says. I wrote it.
Then you should also know that I would never sign such a statement.
I've been very lenient with you, Green.
If that is a threat, you are wasting your time. I refuse.
Not even to save your own life and the lives of Christians?
I would lose something far more precious than my own life. I would lose my immortal soul. I would betray the faith that all the people have in me, Christian and non-Christian alike.
It is your choice. As I mentioned before, at a proper time and place, you will be confronted with proof.
Followed more endless weeks of isolation. Father Bob's physical strength was waning. His mind was becoming dulled.
Open.
This man is permitted to speak alone with the American spy.
Daddy, I'm fine.
Father. I'm in contact with an official in the American consulate in Hong Kong. I begged him to come to your aid.
How can I thank you?
But he told me he would have to have some proof of your identity before he can take any action. Quickly, give me something whereby I can establish your identity to him.
But I have nothing. They took my passport, all my papers.
Then a photograph of yourself. Anything but hurry.
I'm afraid I have nothing. No. Wait, I do have an old photo of him. In my dresser. It's old. It's taken the day I was ordained for my mother.
Perhaps it will satisfy the consulate. Have you something else? Some proof of your American Army service?
But I was never in the Army. Actually, I did serve in the Burma campaign, temporarily as a chaplain, but I was never commissioned. The insignia I wore was only a courtesy of rank.
Well, I'll take them. They're American insignia. They may help. What's this?
Oh, it's just a medal I won in a track meet at college.
Good. It has your name on it.
Well?
I need more time, Comrade Colonel.
I've given you enough time.
Goodbye, Father. Perhaps you will see things differently now.
At least I'm grateful to have seen you, an old friend.
I grieve for you, Father. Please trust in me.
What now?
Water. Must have water.
Jug is empty.
The faucet is just outside the door.
Later.
You've been telling me later since yesterday.
Take a look at him. Take a good look at him. Do you know him?
Yes, I know him very well.
You know them?
Of course I know Ah Hugh. He's been with me many years. And Jen Ma, she's a member of my church. Him, I do not know.
You. Repeat the testimony you gave me.
This false priest forced me to join his Legion of Mary. He taught me to fight against the people's government, sabotage, poison, to be guerrillas.
You acknowledge this?
Only that John Ma was a member of the Legion of Mary. The rest of her statement is not true.
He poisoned my brother because he would not join the Legion.
He was brought to me dying of pneumonia. There was nothing I could do to save him.
Did you give him medicine?
Yes.
Then you admit that part of what she says is true.
These are members of my church. What have you done to them to wring such terrible accusations from them?
Ah Hugh was very close to you, was he not?
Yes, I would trust him with my life.
Then you do not think Ah Hugh would lodge false accusations against you?
No, never.
Well?
This man fooled me into obeying his wicked commands and into believing that he was a genuine priest. Now I accuse him of his crimes. I was his running dog in everything. And I was always with him at night when he got his orders from his #1 spy over a secret machine.
And who was this #1 spy?
Archbishop Ribery.
You betray me if you will, but do not betray your church.
What was the nature of these communications with Archbishop Ribery?
That the Legion of Mary would join with the guerrillas to overthrow the people's government with the help of the American soldiers.
My God. My God.
Oh, Neil. Perhaps you think your God or the United States government will save you, even now.
I commend myself to God. The United States government doesn't even know I'm in China.
You are not afraid?
You haven't achieved your purpose, to destroy through me the Legion of Mary and the faith of the people of Tungan in the church. Achieving your purpose is far more important to you than just another murder. Mine.
Take him away.
You cannot enter.
I'm going to enter. I want to see Father Green.
No one is allowed to see him.
Julie, you don't know me. I taught you your catechism.
Sister Teresa. But those clothes you're wearing.
No matter what clothes I wear, I'm still Sister Teresa. I'm going to see him. Shoot me if you will, or call your officer.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women. Blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee.
Father. Father.
Who calls?
Father.
Sister Teresa.
Don't look at me. They took away my nun's habit. Forced me to wear these clothes.
But how did you get in here, sister?
One of the soldiers. He comes from my village. I had to come to explain to you about Ahu.
Oh, Ahu. I thought I could stand anything, but when Ahu turned against me.
They tortured him. They're holding his wife and his little girl as hostages to force him to testify against you.
Then tell him. Tell him I forgive him.
I can't. They're holding him away from everyone. But we are praying for you, that they will not be able to destroy the faith of the people in you and in the church.
I am resigned that they will destroy me. But as long as I still live, they will never destroy anyone's faith in me or in the church by making me confess to falsehood.
Bye, Father.
Please hear my confession. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
I thank thee, Father, that even in this purgatory, you can bring me such a moment of happiness.
Chose a significant day to put Father Bob on public trial before the people of Tungan. It was Easter Sunday.
You recognize yourself, don't you? It is you.
So this is why you wanted some proof of my identity. To help me. You know that I was never a chaplain officer in the United States Army. You know that this medal is not a military decoration.
The People's Court is just and demands proof of guilt before passing sentence on anyone accused of crime. You have heard the testimony of the witness Ahu, this man's closest friend. In my hand, I have proof that the criminal Green lies when he denies his connection with the American Army. Proof that you can see with your own eyes. Now, this picture proves what he really is. An enemy of China, masquerading as a priest. Just as this secret American machine proves how he transmitted and received messages from the foreign imperialists who sent him here to betray you. Now, what sentence do you demand that this People's Court shall impose upon him? Kill him! Cut off his head! You hear?
I hear the words you put in the mouths of those whom you have ordered to shout for my condemnation.
I bow to your verdict. It is the sentence of the court that the false priest and spy, Robert Green, be beheaded for his crimes against the Chinese people.
At last it's over. Into thy hand I commend my spirit.
Month after month, Father Green bore his cross, only prayer and faith sustaining him. Then, one night,
release him.
I'm ready.
You are to be an example of the mercy and great kindness of our leader, Mao Zedong, who graciously permits you to live. We are throwing you out of China. You will be put across the border at Hong Kong. You go back to America, but as a convicted criminal, pardoned through the mercy of the benevolent people's government.
You are 40 now, but you will never see 50, because in 10 years, the communists shall have America.
You have lost face. We've had our benefit out of you.
No. You've not had your benefit out of me. If you're letting me live, it is because you have found out that nothing you can do can destroy what I represent in China. You once told me the Legion of Mary has penetrated deep into the roots of the people of Tung'an. You are admitting that none of your weapons, death or torture, can wipe it out.
Take him out!
Wait. Before I go, may I see Ahu, if only for just a moment?
Who?
Ahu.
Oh, him. He hanged himself right after you were sentenced.
Finally, in 1952, almost 3 years from the day the Reds descended upon his Maryknoll mission, Father Bob was ejected from behind the bamboo curtain.
It's okay, Father. I'm Mitchell from the American consulate. You're free. Everything's going to be all right now.
Yes. Yes, everything is all right now. I can go home, knowing my people in Tung'an are saying their rosaries, even though they have no beads to say them on. God grant I may go back to them soon.